else. I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get drown out my problems. Let me. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers.
We got this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 3. Check 52.
From the gun, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. They go play action. Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Get it all. Rest. Slow.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. To throw, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Raiders.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Grant. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Raiders nothing.
56. Hey, let's get some penetration. Hey, Jim.
Bridgewater on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater taking a shot, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Swift. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Grant. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big game.
Got his target, Samuel. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. But it'll be 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get
And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Swift. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. The open man here, Renfro. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They will run with Grant. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Blue 18. Check 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. One. See me. You don't want it. Check 50. Check 50. Kill.
To throw is Mariota. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Found his target. It's Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. On 1st down, Swift. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano now following the touchdown away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. Touchdown, Carolina! Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Mariota eluding the pressure right. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here on. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go back to Grant. And he's able to get up here to the 26.